A reading from the first book of Kings. Ahab summoned all the Israelites and the prophets of Baal to meet at Mount Carmel. Elijah went up to the people and said, "How much longer will it take you to make up your minds? If the Lord is God, worship him. But if Baal is God, worship him." But the people didn't say a word. Then Elijah said, "I am the only prophet of the Lord still left, but there are 450 prophets of Baal. Bring 2 bulls. Let the prophets of Baal take one, kill it, cut it in pieces, and put it on the wood, but don't light the fire. I will do the same with the other bull. Then let the prophets of Baal pray to their God, and I will pray to the Lord. And the one who answers by sending fire, he is God." The people shouted their approval. Then Elijah said to the prophets of Baal, "Since there are so many of you, you take a bull and prepare it first. Pray to your God, but don't set fire to the wood." They took the bull that was brought to them, prepared it, and prayed to Baal until noon. They shouted, "Answer us, Baal," and kept dancing round the altar they had built. But no answer came. At noon, Elijah started making fun of them. "Pray louder. He is a god. Maybe he is daydreaming or relieving himself. Or perhaps he's gone on a journey. Or maybe he's sleeping and you've got to wake him up." So the prophets prayed louder and cut themselves with knives and daggers according to their ritual, until blood flowed. They kept on ranting and raving until the middle of the afternoon, but no answer came. Not a sound was heard. Then Elijah said to the people, "Come closer to me." And they all gathered round him. He set about repairing the altar of the Lord, which had been torn down. He took 12 stones, one for each of the 12 tribes named after the sons of Jacob, the man to whom the Lord had given the name Israel. With these stones he rebuilt the altar for worship of the Lord. He dug a trench round it, large enough to hold almost 14 liters of water. Then he placed the wood on the altar, cut the bull in pieces, and laid it on the wood. He said, "Fill 4 jars with water and pour it on the offering and the wood." They did so, and he said, "Do it again." And they did. "Do it once more," he said, and they did. The water ran round the altar and filled the trench. At the hour of the afternoon sacrifice, the prophet Elijah approached the altar and prayed, "O Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, prove now that you are the God of Israel, and that I am your servant, and have done all this at your command. Answer me, Lord, answer me, so that this people will know that you, the Lord, are God, and that you are bringing them back to yourself." The Lord sent fire down, and it burnt up the offering, the wood, and the stones, scorched the earth, and dried up the water in the trench. When the people saw this, they threw themselves on the ground and exclaimed, "The Lord is God. The Lord alone is God." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not think that I have come to do away with the law of Moses and the teaching of the prophets. I have not come to do away with them, but to make their teachings come true. Remember that as long as heaven and earth last, not the least point nor the smallest detail of the law will be done away with, not until the end of all things. So then, whoever disobeys even the least important of the commandments and teaches others to do the same will be least in the kingdom of heaven. On the other hand, whoever obeys the law and teaches others to do the same will be great in the kingdom of heaven." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, O Lord Jesus Christ.